Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Axel and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Axel's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to the training equipment. Both boys are using the same equipment and taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session tomorrow. Now Axel's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Axel, heel.
Axel, heel.
Now at this point, Axel has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg when you're walking. Not dragging you down the street, but keeping his shoulders even with your left leg. And this makes it possible for you to go up and down stairs, to walk your dogs comfortably. And each time that Rich stops his feet, they have been taught to sit automatically without being told, to wait for their next command. If you speed up, he should speed up. If you're a slow walker, he should walk at your pace all the time. He should adjust his pace to yours and be paying enough attention to you that he knows when you're going to speed up and slow down, and a nice automatic sit. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command. We do not use his name on this exercise. Your homework is to practice lengthening out the distance that you can leave him and the amount of time. So start out at about 30 seconds and slowly over the next couple months work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him counterclockwise back to meet his leash and end up back at heel position where they started, and he gives him some loving and they take off heeling again. These are really very nice dogs. I think that they've just learned over the years that they can overpower you, and dealing with two of them is difficult. So you can put one dog in his crate and work with the other dog and treat them very much as the individuals that they are. This time on the sit stay, instead of returning back to him, Rich is going to demonstrate the come on command. So he is going to use his name and a happy voice. And he comes right in, and he should sit facing your knees, no jumping on you. And this wears them out. This makes them tired. They're having to think. And it gives you something positive to do with the dogs. Rich leaves him again in another sit stay. He does use his name and call him. If he doesn't sit, Rich says no sit and gives that little tug that I talked about when I started the video. And if you see, when Rich turns, Axel looks up at him. He's right there, making sure he's doing a good job. Now this time, Rich is going to demonstrate the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down. Your long down stay, you can practice right in your living room. You're going to slowly work that up to a 5-minute long down stay. And I can't emphasize it enough that in the beginning, work with one dog at a time. Rich returns back to his shoulders. Axel holds that position until he gets his next command.
Axel, heel.
And Rich gives him the heel command, and Axel gets up and starts walking alongside Rich. And Rich will tap his leg to encourage him to keep pace with him. He sits, down, and stay. Now this time Rich calls him out of that down stay. Has him sit. And then they go back to heel position. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you on the video is the down from a distance. So you're going to have him sit, you're going to leave him in a stay, you're going to turn to face him this time. You're going to use your right hand to give the command and drop him into a down from a distance. And that was perfectly done. It doesn't get any prettier than that. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Axel's formal on-leash obedience commands. They have both done a beautiful job. We're going to be back with your other dog to demonstrate his skills, and we will see you soon.